Welcome, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm the Grace Strega, and I'm here to give you your daily collective read for today, Saturday, October 18th, 2025. What do we have coming through in the cards for today? Can I please have the first two cards in our 5 card spread for today? First two cards we are starting our day off with today are the Seven of Pentacles in its reversal, in combination with our Page of Pentacles in its upright. We're gonna start talking about this new moon coming up. We're gonna just start talking about it now. Because the thing about it that you have to recognize is we're going into this new moon energy with a lot of Scorpio energy. And the thing with the Scorpio energy, and those with a lot of Scorpio placements know this, it's working through the energetic process of transformation. It's recognizing and identifying the valuation of how much we have changed. And the thing about it is that the space by which we articulate upon the changes of the self, those feel energetically supportive, right? It's the work that we do that articulates and identifies what that process of transformation is. And so the space by which we see this is effectively and articulating upon what feels energetically supportive to a healing journey that allows for this the pathwork of transformation. Now, the reason I'm bringing this forward is because remember we were articulating upon the fact that we see that there is some energy right now that is the energy in separation. We've got effectively 3 different phases that is occurring in the modality of separation. But the unifying factor, right? The unifying factor, when you look at the nuances, because we're going through moon relationships or moon lessons, and moon relationships and lessons are all about navigating nuance. So the space or place by which one is able to articulate and amplify the force of change, being able to work in a way that feels like it's energetically productive. I keep on seeing that that is the effective observation of the energy that is working towards that space of transformation to allow for a manifestation call to come into fruition. Now, that is healthy and supportive in relationality to those new relationships. And I want to say, I keep on reading here that there are some pockets that are occurring right now in relationality to the observation of being able to recognize and identify how much one has changed, right? The force of change that articulates upon what one has, and this is what I need to talk about right now with some of this energy that is in separation, that's going through the process of receiving a true apology. I keep on hearing the reason that those apologies feel so impactful and so important is I keep on hearing they're validating upon a past experience wherein I keep on hearing they're validating upon a past experience wherein another person articulated to them that they made the wrong choice. That's what I keep on getting with some of these relationships. And I keep on hearing the space by which another has energetically matured enough to effectively articulate and identify, to effectively see the force of intention by which another was trying to articulate upon something. That's what I meant about some deep healing that's occurring in these experiences, because I keep on seeing that the deep healing that is being articulated there is effectively the energy that basically is getting that balm of appreciation, right? Like the space by which another person, I can almost hear the energy saying, I can't take back what occurred, but I want you to understand that it was energetically worth it, right? And so I feel like that space by which you're experiencing it, it's adding gravitas and it's potentially creating the space for deep friendship. Now, I'm also experiencing or seeing the fact that we've got some other energy that at the same time that that's happening, we're potentially seeing situations or circumstances where that is not occurring, right? We see there the force of intention, what is necessary to allow for a transformation to take place, the ability to another person, like literally, and I keep on hearing like they're talking about how much they've changed, versus situations or circumstances where it feels like someone comes back to check if we're still energetically upset about something, right? The space by which another person doesn't necessarily, like, especially if these were situations or circumstances where there was some kind of fracture that occurred at a time of a manifestation goal, right? The difference between someone wanting to have a productive conversation and checking to see if someone's still emotional about a manifestation goal, we keep on seeing that it's reaffirming another person's healing process, because we understand that the work that we do within ourselves is removing the traumas, the triggers, the triggers that are placed in weird places based on trauma. So the space by which another person articulates that it's healthy to have a trigger in the space by which there is a standard, right? The energy that's almost articulating to another and feeling reaffirmed, but at the same time, potentially feeling triggered, like re-triggered. They're potentially feeling re-triggered because it's somebody that's coming back in the same exact way, and not, and I keep on hearing, it's not courteous to insist. It's courteous to recognize and identify what another person is energetically asking for. And so that's why I see that for a lot of that energy right now, it may be creating a lot of, like, I keep on hearing, it may be creating a lot of volatility, but I keep on hearing it's the volatility that recommits one to one's own energetic healing journey, is what I keep on getting. Now, this brings us to the new relationships that I'm seeing. And man, these relationships, that's why I have the case of the giggles right now. Because these relationships, these new relationships that are coming together right now, like it is like the guard. Like when and I need to stress this, those temperance relationships, and the temperance relationships were coming together. The temperance relationships were coming together between the time of Uranus going retrograde up until the time of the solstice period. They are stoic. They go through it so that others don't have to. There was a familiarity in those relationships coming together, like the space by which the energy recognizes same, right? But what's happening right now for a lot of these moon relationships is they're aware and they're wary, is what I keep on getting. They're looking at each other and they've got their guard, like it's like this. It's like they got their guard up. They've got their energetic guard up, because I keep on seeing this is energy that has been hurt before in relationality to, I keep on hearing they've been hurt before in relationality to another person not having done their shadow work properly. And what does it feel like when someone hasn't done their shadow work effectively, right? The trauma that builds triggers in weird places, navigating through something, everything was okay until it wasn't, right? Working through a lot of that type of energy. It's hard, is what I keep on seeing. It's energetically frustrating, but I keep on seeing in the space by which they're doing so, I keep on getting that, and that's why I keep on hearing that this energy, in order to go forwards, they need to go backwards, right? I keep on hearing they're coming to identify and recognize or understand more about each other's history, because I keep on seeing that's what's making them feel energetically supportive, not just in finding such a similarity and manifestation goal, but also looking at the path work that feels like it's in accordance or alignment to the journey by which another person has found another, is what I keep on seeing. Center card for today's spread, they're coming from the bottom of the deck. There's two of them right here. We've got here the Nine of Swords in its reversal, in combination with our Page of Swords in its upright. Yeah, we got to talk about these temperance partnerships right now. How are you guys doing? These temperance partnerships, man. The complexity of the energetic feeling I'm seeing with these relationships right now. This is what feels, I keep on hearing, this is what feels so difficult, because everything I keep on recognizing here, I keep on reading for the same thing. They're going through, and it's hard because I don't have a word for it. I'm trying to find a word for it. I haven't found a word for it yet, but they're going through an expansion point that's requiring a controlled heart space. They're going through an expansion point that's requiring a controlled heart space, because for the energy, I've told you, these are those temperance partnerships. They've been through it. They've been through some real stuff. And I keep on hearing they go through it so that another person doesn't have to. And I keep on getting they've already healed from something. The past is the energetic past. They're sharing more upon that past with counterpart. and the space by which another is developing a lot of feelings and expansiveness of feelings upon something that's already happened. Something I keep on hearing, like feelings upon something that was in the Wayback Machine, something that happened a long time ago that they're experiencing in real time. I feel like for a lot of that energy, it's the understanding. They're recognizing what it takes to create sanctuary for counterpart. And sanctuary for counterpart is the space by which we honor another's healing journey. We don't I keep on hearing they're going through Neptune lessons. And why are they Neptune lessons? Because Neptune's lessons are you don't touch Neptune stuff. You touch Neptune stuff, it becomes your stuff. Okay, it's the space by which you understand that when you start to have feelings upon a past that's resolved itself, and then you go back because you're feeling something. Now the past is the present, right? And so this is the energy that's almost working towards the space of expanding, so as not to eradicate or erode another energy's healing journey, is what I keep on seeing. Now that force of intention, I keep on seeing they're working through it, and I feel like they're articulating to one another upon it, right? There's a lot of that. I keep hearing there's a lot of that energetic exposition there, because I keep on seeing it's like the energy that's kind of trying to decompress upon their anger about something, but I almost see the energy saying, I'm not angry at you. I'm angry that I wasn't there. Is what I keep on hearing the energy go. It's like the energy that's saying, like, get me back there, but being like, I can't go back there. There's nothing to go back to. Now, continuing to get clarification, continuing to get clarification, the fourth and fifth cards in our 5-card spread for today are, and this is going to get us to those. This is going to get us to those magician partnerships. Clarification between our Page of Cups in its reversal in combination with our 4 of Pentacles in its reversal. So what are we effectively identifying and recognizing right now in relationality to a lot of that work that we're identifying that they're working through, particularly and especially for the energy that's deep within divine union? As we articulated, for a lot of these energies right now, that the energy that is coming into divine union is those temperance relationships are working through Neptune lessons. The energy deep within divine union right now are working through Saturn lessons. And Saturn lessons are hard because I keep on seeing they're going through a maturation process. And the thing about that maturation process is it's the observation of potentially identifying and recognizing, having complete clarity in terms of what's going on in relationality to the feelings of another outside of partnership. And I keep on hearing that this is an outside situation in terms of the fact that the energy that articulates upon never having centered in a relationship like the way that they've centered before, and seeing that energetic volatility outside of relationship. I keep on seeing the fact it's heavy because they have to bear witness to it. I keep on hearing they have to bear witness to it. There's a lot of emotionality and there's a lot of feelings there. But I keep on seeing it's the energy that is effectively articulating and supporting each other in the space by which I keep on hearing by which they feel recommitted to the relationship in the wake of it, is what I keep on seeing. It's like it's so much of that energy that I keep on identifying there that just I keep on hearing it feels restabilized, or it feels even more committed to partnership. Continuing to get clarification between our 7 of Pentacles in its reversal in combination with our Page of Pentacles in its upright. We've got here the 2 of Swords in its reversal. So what are we effectively seeing with the 2 of Swords in its reversal? I'm just identifying and recognizing for a lot of the energy in separation right now. And this is the thing about it, like the energy right now that is in separation, I keep on getting it's like there's a little bit there's something very pragmatic that's happening right now for the energy in separation. And why am I talking about pragmatism? Because what we're basically seeing is, and you remember how I said that this like if these are situations, it's like it's giving me a lot of state your business. is what I keep on seeing. It feels like I keep on getting it. It feels like I'm just keep on seeing a circumstance or situation where another person is working through something in such a way that it allows, I keep on getting, it allows the space by which one is able, I keep, and this is what I keep on, I keep on getting, and this is what I mean in relationality to doing our shadow work effectively. Like when we're doing our shadow work effectively, there's no energetic harboring, is what I keep on hearing. Like there's no energetic harboring because it's the work that we do in terms of resolving things, right? When we're working to resolve things, there's no time, space, or placement for harboring because it's like it doesn't get anything done. It's not effective. It's not productive. And so the thing that we keep on seeing in relationality to the energy in separation is, and I keep on hearing, these moon partnerships are pragmatic in the space by which it's, I keep on seeing they're not building, and the reason they're pragmatic is because they're bringing a healthy sense of cynicism to circumstances and situations. And what is healthy cynicism? It's having hope, right? It's having hope that things can change, but not allowing the hope to distort one's own perception. So I keep on seeing that for a lot of those relationships and situations, like that is, and I want to describe this in relationality to the complexity of the three different phases. When we articulate upon those unified lessons that are working through the energy and separation, then we can see why there are three different phases that are potentially occurring right now for the energy in separation. We've got one modality wherein there's something that feels like it is reaffirming. It feels like something that is energetically stabilizing. It feels like something that feels, I keep on getting, it feels, I keep wondering, it's a holistic healing. Because the reason that it's energetically holistic is I keep on hearing it's holistic because there's no strings attached to it. It's literally, I keep wondering, it's literally a situation. I've got some situations here by which another person is just articulating to another how much something energetically meant to them. And I keep on seeing that the observation of something having meaning is based upon another person going through a maturation process, which is the space by which another person can see and is working to resolve something by articulating to another how much that meant. Now, this brings us to, and that's why I keep on hearing that for a lot of spaces, like this is the space by which there's a lot of that place by which there's a deep friendship almost coming into bear, or the space by which another is, like I keep on hearing, it's the catharsis that we receive in relationality to another articulating how important something was to them. Now, at the same time, if these are modalities or situations where another person is just, I keep on hearing, coming back to another, not necessarily addressing an energetic wound, but just checking is what I keep on hearing, like just energetically checking upon something. This is why I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy that is effectively doing that work, the space, I keep on hearing the space by which, I keep on hearing the space by which, I keep on hearing the understanding in relationality to what feels like an energetically stabilizing conversation. I keep on seeing that, I keep on getting that there's this like, how do I describe it? There's a lot of the energy that is like, I keep on hearing like they're working through their feelings. And I keep on hearing they're working through, I keep on hearing they're working through the validation of their feelings. Because I keep on hearing it, the validation of their feelings is something that is fortified by healthy conversation, which is the space by which I keep on seeing they recognize their own ability to talk about something, or the conversation that they've effectively left open for another. But I keep on hearing like they're potentially working through a space where they've articulated to another that there's a perfectly reasonable way to be able to go move forward in terms of partnership, but someone is coming towards them. Like I keep on hearing like effectively energetically articulating upon the ability to try to avoid having a conversation is what I keep on seeing. It's like it's the space by which another person, I keep wondering, it's a space by which another person works through something. And it's like I keep on seeing, it's like they're observing another person's avoidance in real time. And so that's why I keep on hearing that there's something that feels emotional about that, but also it's like building their own resolve and relationality to what it is that they're healing from. Now this brings us to the energy that is deep within divine union. I mean, and it's, here you go again. I did it again. These new relationships, every time I go to read for them, I keep on saying deep within divine union, because I keep on seeing that there's some energy right now that's finding their energetic counterpart in separation. But the thing is, they're finding each other and they're like this. They're like, and for those in the podcast, I've got my fists up. I've got my fists up. It's like, it's fisticuff energy. It's like, it's a lot of that. Like I told you, it's a lot of that. It's guarded, right? Because it's the energy. It's the energy that's hearing the manifestation that feels like it's in alignment. And they're bringing a little, I told you, they're bringing a healthy sense of cynicism to it. So it's like the energy that's like, I'm in alignment with you. And the energy is going, yeah, right. And that's why I keep on hearing they got to go forward to go backward. They're like, tell me where you've been so I can recognize who you are, is what I keep on seeing. There's a lot of that type of energy there. Clarification between our Page of Pentacles, our Page of Swords in its upright, and our Nine of Swords in its reversal. Can I get one card to clarify, please? Ooh, wow. I got to tell you though, man, we got this Three of Swords here. We got a Three of Swords here. We got a Three of Swords here with a two of Swords in its reversal. And every time, like, man, every time I have to read for this Temperance energy right now, like the shift is palpable. And the reason I keep on hearing that the shift is palpable is because I keep on hearing the energy that's saying, let me at him. And I keep on hearing the energy going, let me at him. And they're like, let me at what? And they're like, the past. Right? Like, that's the thing about it. Like, this is what I mean. Like, they're going through a controlled heart opening, because I keep on seeing that the energy is effectively, I keep on seeing like they're working through a Neptunian lesson, which says I can't touch it. Right? I can't touch the thing that I have a lot of feelings about, because if I touch it, I keep on hearing, if I touch it, I energetically damage another person's healing journey, right? Because I keep on hearing it's the understanding. I keep on hearing the understanding of healthy partnership is being energetically respective in terms of how counterpart chooses to handle something, with the observation that that is the space by which they're feeling energetically healed. So there's something that's important about that, because I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy doing that work, I keep on hearing the energy that's like talking to each other about what they would like to do, but they're not doing it. It's like what I could have done. It's almost like they're healing each other by articulating to each other what they would have done in the modality of being able to energetically be there to support counterpart at the time that something occurred, is what I keep on seeing. But there's I keep on hearing like a lot of emotions there. A lot of emotions. Continuing to get clarification between our Page of Swords, our Nine of Swords in its reversal, and our Page of Cups in its reversal. Can I get one card to clarify? Clarification coming through right now with our Three of Pentacles in its reversal. Now, for the energy, now this is the energy that's deep within divine union. So those magician partnerships. These magician partnerships, I want to say, like, I almost feel like these magician partnerships are going into hermit mode. Like the hermit card, the hermit card is not here, but it may as well be, because, and I keep on seeing like, and that's why, like, we often have the association with hermit to Saturn lessons, because I keep on hearing they're trying to muster patience and resilience in recognition to something that they're seeing outside of relationship that they find energetically devastating, is what I keep on seeing. And I keep on hearing, it's like I keep on getting the energy feels breathless because they're saying, I just keep on hearing them say the same thing. Healthy relationship wants to see us steadfast, which is the modality or experience that when we see someone in an energetically stable space, we say yay instead of boo, is what I keep on seeing. And so that's why I keep on hearing that for a lot of the energy, working through that, telling one another that they're going through a maturation process. And often the song you hear when you're going through a maturation process is energy around you saying you're going in the wrong direction, right? Potentially articulating or working through another person, potentially even energy outside a partnership, telling someone, this is the type of thing I'm talking about, someone telling someone that their aim is off because they're prioritizing partnership. Like that's the type of stuff that we're talking about here. That's what I mean in relationality to the energy being like, I know that is not true. Like it's the energy going like that's the energy that's like working through something in that way and being like, that is like, I would not be surprised right now if there's some of these magician partnerships that feel like they're navigating something outside of partnership that feels a little cuckoo bananas, is what I keep on getting. It's like something that's like, what would you, I keep on, because it's like, it's a space of being like, what would you like me to do, right? It's continuing to get clarification between our Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles in its reversal. Can I get one card to clarify, please? Clarification with the Hangman in its upright. Now, the energy that is in separation right now, the energy that's in separation. And here's the thing about it. I like this because the energy that's in separation literally is working through the Saturn work by being like, they don't have time. They don't have time for anything that feels like nonsense. Like the one thing I'll say that it's unified for all of the energy in separation is I keep on hearing it is a nonsense-free zone, is what I keep on hearing. This is a nonsense-free zone, my friends. You cannot bring your nonsense here. And that's the thing. But I also feel like the reason I'm hearing that right now is there's some energy that's getting like having an apology. Like somebody is getting an apology right now and for somebody else's nonsense. Someone's taking ownership for their nonsense and being like, I'm sorry I put you through that. It's like, it's someone being like, I am like, it's like the ability of growing and acknowledging the energetic nonsense that we had to like, that we effectively put another through is what I keep on seeing. So there, I keep on hearing there's something very, I keep on getting, there's something very energetically reaffirming there. There's a lot of energetic care that's happening. And I keep on hearing the reason it's an honest, I keep on hearing the reason that it feels like an honest, like it's the honesty of an energetic apology because it's the energy, I keep on hearing it's the energy that works towards or recognizes how far they've energetically come, is what I keep on seeing. And for a lot of the energy, I keep on getting for a lot of the energy doing that work, I keep on getting that, and I feel like that's what I mean in terms, I keep on getting like that's what I mean in terms of something that feels like it's very energetically reaffirming and rectifying, because I keep on getting it's the space by which another is able to articulate upon that, is what I keep on hearing. And for the energy, that's closing cycles right now, and that's why I keep on seeing that there's something that feels somewhat devastating for some of those relationships, because I keep on seeing it's almost the energy that recognizes and articulates how easy something could be, right? Like how easy something could be in relationality to being able to do something in a way that feels like it's energetically restorative, right? Like that's the thing I keep on identifying here is it's the fact, and I told you that's why I feel like there's something about some separation right now that feels like it's some reaffirming in the realm of separation, because I keep on seeing that it is energy that is finding closure in another person's energetic avoidance, right? And I keep on hearing, like, often when we're energetically avoidant, it's indicative of the fact that we're not doing shadow work effectively. So I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy doing that work, like they're being patient, but I keep on hearing they're being patient with themselves because they're articulating and identifying that I keep on hearing that, like, the healthy, I keep on hearing healthy relationship can navigate difficult conversations, is what I keep on hearing. While I keep on getting, well, for the energy that is coming into relationship right now. And this is the only place that I've got like a little bit of this like easement. Like honestly, like that's what I mean about the intensity of this energy. The new relationships that are coming together at this time. I just keep on seeing they're very much articulated or recognizing. I keep on hearing they're nuanced, which is, and I keep on getting the reason that they're energetically nuanced is they're having conversations. I keep on hearing. I just keep every time I read for these relationships right now, I just keep on hearing the same thing. In order to go forward, they have to go backwards, right? They're articulating and they're identifying upon where they energetically came from, like what the shape of that work is, or what it is that they are. I keep on hearing like they're coming into understanding one another's personal history more, and I keep on hearing the reason is because the history often articulates the journey of the manifestation goal. So I keep on seeing that for a lot of the relationships doing that work, that ability of being able to articulate the meaning of a manifestation goal is often one that I see that they're kind of navigating via the ability of being able to talk about the energetic hardship by which they've navigated in order to find one another at this time. Now, this brings us to the energy, those temperance relationships, clarification between our two, and this is productive because I got to tell you right now, we got double threes out right now. So that's good. We like to see a double three out, center of the spread. Clarification, and we've got a 2 and a 3. So this feels productive. So clarification between our 2, and I like to see a 2 of swords in its reversal, and I like to see a 3 of swords in its reversal. Clarification between our 2 of swords in its reversal in combination with our 3 of swords in its reversal. We've got here the strength card in its reversal. So we're effectively identifying in relationality to the strength card in its reversal. The strength card in its reversal talks towards, and I keep on hearing, this is, I keep on getting and the reason I'm sighing, and like that sigh is effectively how the energy in temperance is feeling. Because I keep on seeing the energy that is working on having a lot of feelings and not having a productive space to put them, is what I keep on getting. They've got a lot of feelings and they don't have the space to put them. And so I just keep on seeing that this is why, like I told you, the ability for the energy to have a better, I keep hearing, to have a fuller understanding of what another person experienced, right? The energy recollecting to another, the force of that, and then them going through all of the energetic volatility potentially surrounding something. What we effectively see is happening is I keep on hearing they're going through a very vulnerable expansion, because I keep on seeing that it's like they're working through the volatility of wishing to do something to energetically protect the counterpart from something that's already happened, something that already occurred, something that they've already worked to heal from. So that's what's so difficult there. Now, continuing to get clarification between our 3 of swords in its reversal and the 3 of pentacles in its reversal. Woo! We got that Lovers card. Center of the spread. Woo-hoo-hoo. This spread today is really beautiful. Make sure that you stop. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure that you stop over to the stack to be able to see the photo of today's spread, Because what we're effectively identifying, and this brings us to the energy that is deep within divine union. And this is like, and I keep on hearing too, like the energy deep within divine union is in the space of never going back. Right. And that's what's hard. Like, that's what I keep on seeing that's going on right now in relationality to them working through a Saturn lesson. Like, I see some kind of circumstance or situation where it's like, it literally, I can see the energy being like, what would you have me do? And the energy is being like, go backwards. Right. It's like the energy. And that's often what we see, right? Like, that's often what we see when another person isn't navigating a maturation process effectively, right? Like, what would you have me do? Go back the way you used to be, right? Go back the way you used to be. And that's what's hard. Like, they're navigating, I keep on hearing they're moving in accordance with a relationship that makes them feel energetically stable and grounded. And they're working through the volatility of energy that is being reactive outside of partnership in recognition of the fact that they've energetically changed. But that's why I keep on hearing the energy say, like, that's the energy that's almost, I keep on hearing they feel like they're navigating ridiculous, they're navigating ridiculous circumstances, because it's almost like the energy saying, like, that's the energy that says healthy relationships want to see us in healthy partnerships. They're not energetically triggered by them. Continuing to get, and that's what I told you about some of this energy right now, potentially feeling like it's projection central. Because again, when someone's projecting something on you that feels energetically ridiculous, then sometimes the observation of it, it's like, I keep on hearing, it's like, it's one of those moments, it's like, you give someone, when someone's projecting, you give them the gift of proximity, is what I keep on seeing. You just give them the gift of proximity. You hand it to Saturn. You go, can you take care of that? Continuing to get clarification between our Three of Pentacles in its reversal, in combination with our Hangman in its upright. We've got here the Six of Pentacles in its upright. So, the Six of Pentacles in its upright, I keep on getting the Six of Pentacles in its upright is the, and this is these three cards here. This is what's really beautiful. Like, I'm just telling you right now, the Strength card in its reversal, in combination with the Lover's card, in combination with the Six of Pentacles. And I just want to point out too, we've got a lot of six energy on the table right now, because the Lover's card is also a six card. And I need to point this out as well. We've got a nine of swords in its upright in the center of the spread, with a Page of Swords in its upright. And that's a new 10, is what I keep on hearing. A Nine of Swords with a Page of Swords is a new 10, which is the, I keep on hearing it's like it's the space, like I keep on getting it's the space by which it's a space by which we energetically regulate, or the space by which we articulate upon something in a way that I keep on hearing, and especially like given the fact that it's a different, like I keep on getting it's a different 10 of Swords, because I keep on seeing that the different 10 of Swords, and I need to point this out, the Nine of Swords can often be indicative in relationality to working through situations or circumstances where we overly internalize upon things. And we talk a lot about this here, right? Because when we talk and we build towards balance, it's understanding the energetic tendencies by which one has to arrive at a point of balance. Now, you recall the fact that we see that the ego has a tendency of overly projecting. Right? The ego wants to overly project and project. The higher self often has a tendency of desiring to over-internalize, right? But when we find proportionality in the self, we navigate things with a sense of proportionality. So it's the space by which we're able to recognize and articulate like what is the work that we need to take on within the self versus what is the work that exists outside the self, right? And we find an energetic balance point there. And we don't perseverate or over worry upon the space by which there's more that we can take on. So I feel like there's something really energetically restorative right now that we're effectively seeing I keep on hearing in relationality to working towards that energetic state of balance. And I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy, effectively articulating and identifying and recognizing that work. And this is specifically speaking towards the energy that is in separation right now. I feel like a lot of the work that we're effectively articulating upon with the energy in separation has to do with the identification point of not allowing the self to be triggered in the space by which one has previously experienced trauma, because we articulated upon the fact that trauma builds triggers in weird places. And the observation of our triggers, here's the thing about it, some triggers we can't get rid of, right? Like some triggers we can't, they're not going anywhere. And often like it takes like it's a work of a lifetime to remove an energetic trigger on something that has energetically traumatized us. But the ability to be present about it, the ability to articulate through it, the ability to define that that is occurring and being able to be proportional in relationality to how one navigates it, that was what frames a healthy conversation. And that's why I keep on seeing. And remember when I said that some of these new relationships that are coming together right now, they're coming together, they are unfiltered, is what I keep on getting. They are energetically unfiltered. And why are the relationships coming together right now so unfiltered? Because again, so long as we are navigating the conditions of the self, right? Which is, again, it's not just being unfiltered and being an absolute train wreck, okay? But the space by which we appreciate the self, right? The space by which we recognize and appreciate the self, and the space by which we like what we see there, right? If we feel good with ourselves and we like what we see, then our ability to be unfiltered effectively acts as a filter for energy that's in alignment to us versus energy that is not. And that's why we often see those spaces. Like you ever have those conversations where you say something and another person takes it personally for some reason. Like that's the song of someone projecting something onto you. And it's very interesting, right? When you're not talking about someone, but then they get energetically triggered about it, because it often is indicative of something that one has shadow work upon. So that we're effectively seeing or identifying or recognizing that work. This is why I see that for a lot of these relationships right now, what they're having are unfiltered conversations. And those conversations, I keep on seeing the space by which we're energetically good with the self is the space by which we're energetically unfiltered, by which we articulate or we describe or define what it is that we're working on doing better, right? And so I keep on hearing there's like this birth. I keep on hearing there's this birth of productive conversation in relationality to those experiences or in relationality to that work. I keep on getting it's the state or the space by which another is able to articulate upon that sense of energetic intensity. So the energy, and this is what I mean about these, like this is what I mean about these, like this is what I mean about these moon relationships, because I just keep on seeing, and that's why they're having a lot of that space in terms of catching up with one another or articulating upon their history, because I keep on hearing that these relationships have been hurt before by someone that articulated the desire for a manifestation goal, but then lacked I keep wondering that, but then was not in the space by which they were ready to recognize their own tendencies, by which those manifestation goals become harder for the energy that they're counterpart with. Now, this brings us to the Strength card in its reversal in combination with our Lovers card in its upright. We've got here the Nine of Pentacles in its reversal. So we've got a lot of 9 energy on the table here as well. So let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the 9 energy that we're effectively seeing, because the 9 energy, and this is gonna speak primarily to those temperance relationships. And I keep on seeing that the space by which we're understanding and we're recognizing the Nine of Pentacles in its reversal. I keep on getting that the Nine of Pentacles in its reversal, when we talk about those temperance relationships, this is why I keep on seeing there's something really important that's happening in those temperance relationships that I need to bring up. Not only is there, not only, okay, okay, so here's the thing about it. Not only are some of these situations or circumstances triggering in the space by which another person feels that there's something about it by which they themselves wish they could have done something differently. But it also feels, and we're seeing this a lot right now with the fact that Chiron and Eris are in retrograde together, it's triggering because it's also triggering the counterpart's trauma, is what I keep on seeing. It's like I keep on seeing it is the full weight and the full intensity. Because remember how I said that these relationships are stoic, that the space by which we identified that those temperance relationships had very, very strong foundations, right? This is the energy that is working through the fact that the space by which we identify and recognize. I keep on hearing we don't just honor each other's triggers, but we honor the way each other navigates the trigger, is what I keep on hearing. This is the space by which I can hear these temperance energies saying to one another, I am preserving the energetic sanctuary of a counterpart that has worked to find stability in something that I myself would want to energetically do something about, is what I keep on hearing. And so I feel like, again, it's like the energy that's working to keep the inner sanctum of the healing journey intact, is what I keep on hearing, by not bringing it back, by being able to energetically affect something by which it now becomes the present, is what I keep on hearing. Continuing to get clarification between our Lover's card in combination with the Six of Pentacles in its upright. So there are those double sixes. We've got the Chariot. And meanwhile, this is what I mean in terms of like the reading right now is so wild because, man, do you see how different most of the time these energies are in alignment. They're pretty close. Everybody's going through different things right now. It makes it very difficult. It makes it very difficult to read this energy because the energy right now deep within Divine Union is effectively not, is working again. Also, it's not, and I hear the problem with this is the fact that for some of the energy, and this is what I mean about them working through Saturn lessons at the same time that the energy coming into Divine Union is working through Neptune lessons. The energy deep within Divine Union right now is like this person, not only are they seeing something outside of partnership that is devastating to them, but they're recognizing in time with enough maturing, someone else is going to recognize it. Right? I almost see the energy, like it's almost the energy that's looking at something outside of partnership and saying, if you only understood, right? Because it's the understanding of the lack of understanding that is effectively framing the context of the maturation process. This is literally energy that's holding on to each other and saying they're going to understand someday. Right. And that's why I keep on seeing it's like there is a little bit of this, like, let me Adam energy that they're feeling in relationality to something that they're experiencing outside of partnership that feels like it's absurd. But that's why I keep on seeing that the energy is like reaffirming their own energetic commitment by saying to one another, they're going to eventually get there. I hope the day comes. I hope the day comes that they're able to understand. I keep wondering, and remember how I said that there's some energy. Remember I said there's some energy right now in separation. I owe you an apology. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Do you see how the frequencies? Do you see how the frequencies are working with each other? Some energy right now is getting those apologies of someone who is acting like, again, someone that was like, and the energy deep within Divine Union is going, I hope the day comes that they recognize what like they recognize it's like the energy. Okay, it's fine. So, and that's what I keep on seeing. They're saying they're going through a maturation process, which is the energy that says, I hope one day they see how ridiculous they're being. Right? And that's what's hard. Like when you're going through a maturation process, when someone's being energetically absurd, it's like you can't go in to tell them. You're like, I hope the day comes that they energetically can see that. And so it's the energy just being like, you know what I mean? Like I told you, they're going through an auric cleansing. Final card for today's spread between our Nine of Pentacles in its reversal in combination with the Chariot card in its upright. Woo! We got that seven of cups. Seven of cups in its upright. A lot of sevens on the table right now. A lot of sevens on the table right now. We've got, so because we've got the Chariot, which is a seven. We've got we got the Seven of Cups, which is another seven. So again, so the numbers that we're energetically seeing here is we've got a lot of sevens. We've got a lot of nines, and we've also got we've got a birth of threes as well. So we've got like there's a lot of and we've got, oh no, there's another seven. We started with the seven. We started with the Seven of Pentacles in its reversal. So effectively, the best way I can describe this is, and I need to point this, like there's something really energetically important that we effectively see or identify as it relates to, like I keep on hearing, as it relates to doing the work of the self that allows for the, I keep on hearing, allows for the identification of what it is that we're energetically trying to do in a better fashion. And I keep on hearing like a lot of that work that we identify and recognize is understanding. I keep on hearing the identification point of working collectively. When we're working collectively, we're not energetically demanding, is what I keep on hearing. Because it's like, I keep on hearing the collective, like when we work collectively, then we understand that making energetic demands in terms of how we desire to do things is often, like I keep on hearing, is often the energetic vibration by which nothing gets energetically done, is what I keep on seeing. And it's like, and there's something very important to identify and recognize about that, because, and it has to do, I keep on hearing, it has to do with the identification point of being able to be energetically appreciative. I keep on hearing energetically appreciative of the ability of like the ability of doing something in a way that we appreciate the effort that we put towards things. And so one of the things that we see that's happening right now for a lot of the energy in separation is the space by which we're recognizing and identifying that force of intention. I keep on seeing that it is I keep on getting, it's the identification of, and I keep on hearing, the energy that does not find themselves perfect, but far from it. And I think that and I keep on hearing there is a gift in always being able, and this is what we talk about, like this is what we talk about with the moon card too, right? A clear mirror is not the identification point. Like it's not a clear mirror if we think that we're absolutely perfect, right? Like never are we more off the mark when we think we're absolutely perfect. Never are we more off the mark when we think that we're terrible, like we're the worst, right? The space by which we understand a clear mirror, and this is why we're not afraid of mirrors, right? Because when we're navigating a clear mirror, it's the identification point of recognizing and identifying what that work is, right? What it is that we're working on doing better, the observation or the understanding of allowing for that point by which we are effectively able to energetically engender change. And so I feel like there's something really interesting that we're seeing in relationality to the energy in separation, because I keep on hearing they're coming towards one another with their hands full, right? And the space by which we see, and I keep on hearing like the space by which we have our hands full is the energy in separation that is building into the context of effectively identifying and recognizing what like what it effectively takes to do so. Now one of the things we're seeing, and I just want to point this out, for the energy that is coming towards those restoration points, right? That point of energetic appreciation. I told you there's some healing that's happening right now with another person coming into a maturation point saying, I understand what your intention was, right? It's the observation of potentially someone identifying and giving someone the gift of telling them that they recognize how they were standing in their own way, right? It's like that's the type of appreciation that we're seeing here that feels like it's very cathartic, because I keep on hearing it's cathartic because it's helping energy heal the heart space. It's just a gift. While for the energy that is coming into, I keep on getting the energy that is coming into divine union, like, and it's funny that I keep on saying these new relationships, I keep on saying they're coming into divine union. This is the energy that's working on having hope. They have a lot of hope in relationality to what it is that they're seeing in counterpart, but they're not letting themselves get carried away. They're not letting that hope distort what is energetically happening. So they're keeping I keep on hearing they're keeping a sense of proportionality even as they come together. While for the energy that's building into separation, the understanding of, I keep on hearing, we heal things by approaching things with our hands full. We don't come, I keep on hearing, we don't check. We don't articulate. I keep on hearing, we don't give everything. We don't give other things beyond the thing that we know another person needs, is what I keep on hearing. And often we can tell when another person is avoiding work when they give us things that is everything beyond or before the thing that we're actually asking of them, right? And this is often what happens in relationality to healthy manifestation goals. It's the observation or the recognition by which we understand how simple it would be to be able to energetically heal something, but we observe another person's avoidance in relationality to the desire to effectively do that work. So that's why we see that for a lot of the energy, working through that and finding that source of appreciation. I keep on seeing the energy feels like they're appreciating themselves because I keep on hearing it reaffirms their own energetic commitment in relationality to what they are working upon. And I keep on seeing the fact that they're not feeling triggered by it, but they're effectively just observing it. And even in the space by which they're holding composure upon it, I feel like that in itself is like, I keep on hearing it's like the energy that like is honoring the journey in terms of how much they themselves have changed. Bottom of the deck on this reading, especially with the death card. There it is. Death card in its reversal. I mean, not in its reversal. What am I talking about? It's not in its reversal, but let's get to it. It's all the scorpionic energy, right? There's a strong connection to the death card and Scorpio. Okay, and the reason we talk about it is it's navigating the force of change, right? And healthy, I keep wondering, healthy alignment is our situations and circumstances wherein we welcome change, right? I keep on hearing, do not come into union if you are afraid of change, because union is where we come to transform. And often that articulation point, right? Like the space by which another person, and it's also like the same with manifestation goals, right? A healthy manifestation goal is understanding the process by which one changes and move in order to move towards it. It's the recognition and understanding of appreciating that change. We're supposed to change, right? And the space by which we grow together is the space by which we appreciate the changes that we see in one another, right? It's the beauty of energetically becoming, and that journey of being able to kind of become with one another, right? That those spaces of expansion, they can be frightening, right? They can be anxiety inducing, but even in the space by which we recognize it, we articulate upon the joy of being able to do so. But this is often what feels very difficult, right? Because often the way we can usually recognize that we're going through a maturation process is when we're going through changes that we know are restorative to ourselves. And what is the song that you will hear when you're going through a maturation process? You're going in the wrong direction, right? The energy that is in an energetic alignment to the self that sees those changes, even though you feel stable and supported in them, but creates the insecurity in another. So that's why I keep on seeing, though it's hard for some of the energy right now, is potentially, I told you, this is like projection central, right? The space by which another person projects their fear of change in the context of seeing another change. I keep on identifying and recognizing it's hard because I keep see the energy, like understanding, like this is why we don't match energy, right? Because when we match energy with someone that's not emotionally mature, all we do is regress, right? So making sure that if you're navigating another's projections right now, don't regress. Remember who you are, right? Reaffirm your own energetic commitment to the self. And that doesn't mean you have to be cool with everything, right? You can turn the other cheek and keep on walking, right? It doesn't require one to be in a space by which you put up with anything. But the way you can usually determine what is something that needs to be worked upon within, or what it is that needs to be worked upon without, is being able to have a practical, productive conversation. That is our daily collective read for today. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and experiencing it. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can book one on my site. Please keep in mind, if you book a private reading with me, it is a 2-step process. You have to book the reading, you have to pay for the reading. Please make sure you do both if you'd like to have that reading. Now, most importantly, please remember that I will never, ever, 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 ever reach out to you for a private reading. I will never DM you. I will never PM you. I will never slide into your inbox and tell you that I have a very important message that only I can deliver. The only way you can book a reading with me is if you book one on my site. So I would encourage you to do it there. A couple of updates before we move into personal readings today. First and foremost, thank you to everybody who attended our recent class on the moon card. That class is now available to paid subscribers. Our next class will be on Thursday, November 13th at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be continuing our studies into the tarot with a focus on the sun card. If you would like to become part of that tarot class program, all you need to do is head on over to my stack and become a paid subscriber. Your paid subscription to my stack is your ticket of entry into our live classes each and every month. You will also, as a paid subscriber, have access to you'll have access as a monthly subscriber to over 9 hours worth of material in the Tarot Church Library Class Archive. Now, it's not necessary to catch up. I do my best to give you an update on everything we've studied prior to beginning the next class. But if you wanted to catch up, now is the time to join, because you will have access. You'll have a whole month. You got a whole month. Take as many of those classes as you want. And then you have a one-on-one chat with me to ask any questions you may have around anything that I say or teach in those classes. You'll also have access to, if you become a founding member, you'll have access to the entirety of the Tarot Church Library Class Archive. That is access to over 20 hours worth of material in an ever-expanding library. You'll also have access to a complimentary one-on-one mentorship reading with me, where I will meet with you personally to assess where you are on your own personal tarot journey and give you the best insights in terms of how to utilize those classes to the best of your advantage, moving towards your tarot goals going forward. One of the things I tried to do in these classes was make them accessible to the absolute novice tarot reader as well as the seasoned reader. There's definitely something there for everyone. Don't let your lack of experience or your robust experience prevent you from joining us in these classes. And even if you don't become a paid subscriber to my stack, I would encourage you to follow me there to stay up to date on any new offerings or services. I also post my weekly newsletter there, which will let you know about my in-person events as well as my online live schedule. You'll also have access to my Mystic Meditation articles, which I release bi-monthly to walk you through the energy we're experiencing. I'm going to be releasing one shortly on this new moon that we've got coming up. I also want to let you guys know that on top of my standard life path readings, I also offer mentorship classes. These are for any of my students seeking a more personalized educational experience with me. I take a very limited number of students for this reason, as those classes are focused on each individual's personal spiritual goals and journey work. Those classes can be purchased on an individual level or as a monthly class series, weekly or bi-weekly as your schedule permits. Also, for my students seeking more consistent weekly tarot support, I'm very happy to offer weekly tarot insight packages. That is a package of 4 30-minute readings, again, weekly or bi-weekly as your schedule permits, so that you can stay more consistent on your personal journey I'm also very happy to now offer dream interpretation readings, which you can purchase per dream or as a series. If you purchase the series, I would encourage you to start to keep a dream journal, as we will meet weekly or bi-weekly with that journal and utilize the tarot to focus and understand the messages coming towards you in the dream space. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing in these messages. And we will do this again tomorrow.